Greg Powers, Dave Campbell's Texas football next level athlete. I'm out here at Melissa High School by 2023, joined by 2023 offensive lineman Trevor Goosby. Man, Trevor, I got to say, I feel like every time I see you, you're getting a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger. What's the process been like for you to continue to become a more complete player, to continue to become a better player week in and week out here at Melissa?
I guess just consistently lifting and eating healthy has been a big part of how I've been growing as a player and just physically, and also just consistently doing footwork and stuff and doing workouts on my own time. I think it's really helped me out.
I got to give credit to your O-line coach here who put me on to you at a very early stage, said that you were going to be one of the tops in the country. At that time, you didn't have so many schools stepping to you like they have been over the last few months, but really in the spring evaluation period, everybody wanted to jump in the game. What was that like to just have all those colleges chasing after you and having all that attention? I mean, it's probably a little bit of a whirlwind, go from school 1 to school 20 or however many it was that end up stepping up.
It was surreal at first. I was just trying to make my way through it. I didn't really understand it at first. Just a kid that only had maybe 1 or 2 offers. To get in 20, it was crazy. But I worked through it and I picked the right one for me. So I'm happy about that.
That right one was the Texas Longhorns. What made them right?
Just the coaching staff, the elite level of coaching that they've coached at. They're coming from Bama, which is obviously an elite school. Nick Saban, all those guys, and also just it felt like a family. And I've been a Texas fan since as long as I can remember. I have a whole Texas wall in my room, so yeah. It was kind of meant to be.
What was the day like when you got that offer? Then, growing up a Texas fan, when you found out, because I know that was an offer that you were in the hunt for, right? You were hungry to add an offer like that, and then when that day finally came, what was that like for you and your family?
It was awesome because they brought me into Coach Stark's office and everything, and Coach Stark, Coach Flood, and my parents. We all sat down, then they offered me. So it was, like almost like a picture perfect type offer. So.
I think a lot of attention gets put on the Texas Longhorns program this year, especially too because of the Arch Manning commitment. They're a national recruiting program. They got Quinn Ewers there, Hudson Card. It seems like they recruit good quarterbacks, and you're a left tackle, right? It's your job to protect that dude's blind side. How cool is it to be able to maybe one day be protecting the best quarterback in college football? Is that something that you think about, or you just try to concentrate on what you have to do to take care of, make sure you don't make those mistakes?
I've thought about it for a little bit. It's kind of like the cherry on top for me, Obviously, coming to a good school with, the number 1 quarterback in the nation it's awesome, but, just going to Texas in general is awesome, with the coaches and stuff.
Concentration, I feel like here at Melissa is going to be try to win a state ring, right? That's what your goal is when you get here every day. It's what your goal is when you line up on Fridays. What steps do you feel like the team has to take from right now where you are assessing yourself, your teammates at this part of the season? What things are you trying to work on to reach that goal at the end of the day?
Obviously playing the game is very important, physically going out there and beating opponents. But I think one of the biggest things is just having that winning mentality and, building up leaders. And, we need people leading and stuff like that because player-led teams, they're always the ones that make it far. So
it starts in the trenches here, and you're not the only guy. Why don't you talk a little bit about some of your teammates that are your hogs in the trenches with you week in and week out? Is there anybody that you feel like is going to be maybe possibly following you on to a school like Texas? Who are some of the young pups that we need to watch out for?
Definitely Owen Hollenbeck, class of 2025. He plays right guard now. He played right tackle as a freshman. He started as a freshman. He's the guy that we definitely need to be watching out for because, he already looks like a Power 5 D1 lineman. So.
Any advice to some of those guys that have to go through the recruiting process? You went through a very unique recruiting process, I feel like here. Is there anything that you would tell your teammates or maybe even other recruits who aren't at Melissa that would watch this what advice may you give them?
Probably just staying patient and just keep working hard. Schools are definitely going to find you because, even schools now are still actively looking for 2023s.
Says the guy who's 6'7".
Yeah. Yeah. Just keep working hard and, keep striving for greatness, man.
Appreciate it, Trevor. Thanks for the time. Of course, good luck with the rest of your senior season. And, of course, congratulations on your commitment to Texas.
Thank you. Yes, sir.